and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, November 19th. We begin with a deadly shooting involving a woman wanted in Ohio. Indiana State Police say that woman was killed in a police shooting in Clinton County. State troopers say they initially attempted to pull over 42-year-old Taria Brown on I-65 northbound near the Lebanon exit around 9:30 yesterday morning. Police had traced Brown's vehicle earlier that day to a murder warrant out of Cincinnati. Troopers pursued Brown for about 9 miles until she finally stopped just south of State Road 28. That's when police say gunfire was exchanged with shots fired from Brown's car. Troopers returned fire and Brown was later found dead inside her vehicle. The two troopers involved have been placed on administrative leave, which is standard procedure in cases like this. In Indianapolis, the police chief is calling the arrest of a double murder suspect a step toward justice. William Pascal Young is charged with killing a toddler and a man outside a shopping center on the East Side. As we first told you on Wish TV yesterday, IMPD announced that Pascal Young was taken into custody Friday. He is accused of shooting 22-year-old Jayshawn Johnson and 3-year-old Armani Booker in their car at a strip mall that was near 75th and Shadeland back in August. Police say Young also attacked several young women at an apartment complex over the summer. IMPD Chief Chris Bailey released this statement saying, "This arrest marks a significant step toward justice for the families affected by this tragedy, including the innocent toddler whose life was senselessly cut short. The impact of this violent act continues to reverberate throughout our community and weigh on the families of victims." In other news, police are trying to figure out what led to a deadly shooting at a gas station on the Far East Side. IMPD says officers responded to the Phillips 66 station on East Washington around 6 last night. That's just west of Post Road. Investigators say when officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot. He later died at a hospital. At this time, no arrests have been announced. On to Your Vote 2024. Democrats in the state Senate have chosen a lawmaker from Indianapolis to lead them again in the state house, even though he now faces allegations of sexual harassment. We asked State Senator Greg Taylor about those claims, but he declined to comment. News 8's Garrett Berquist reports.
Taylor is the second high-ranking Indianapolis Democrat to face sexual harassment allegations in the past 4 months. And it comes on the eve of Organization Day, when lawmakers are scheduled to meet to organize for the coming session.
3 former staffers, including a former intern, told the Indy Star Taylor sexually harassed them over several years. They say they reported his actions to Senate Democratic leadership, but caucus leaders never acted on the reports. Taylor has served in the Indiana Senate since 2009. He has served as Senate Minority Leader since 2020. Taylor did not return my requests for comment left with both the Senate and the law firm where he works. Despite the allegations, Senate Democrats re-elected Taylor as Senate Minority Leader Monday morning. The vote took place behind closed doors, and Senate Democrats refused to comment on the matter. They issued a long statement hours later. First and foremost, we want to sincerely apologize to former staffers, interns, and anyone else who has been affected by the culture of misconduct that has persisted within the State House. We are also deeply sorry for the distraction this has caused from the important work we are elected to do on behalf of Hoosiers. They went on to say they will propose a more independent way to report allegations of misconduct against a member of the Senate. They did not say whether they would reconsider Taylor's role as Senate Minority Leader.
We had a schedule change this morning.
Taylor was also conspicuously absent from the Indiana Chamber of Commerce's annual pre-session panel discussion Monday morning. His Republican counterpart, Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray, left before the panel wrapped up. He later issued a statement saying he's extremely disappointed by the allegations against Taylor. He says, "The safety of our personnel and senators is of utmost importance. Senate policies make clear that allegations of harassment are to be taken seriously and thoroughly investigated." Bray's counterpart, House Speaker Todd Houston, says he's not yet familiar with the accusations against Taylor, but he says lawmakers need to take sexual harassment in the State House seriously.
As a father of young kids, well, not younger anymore, but young women, a young daughter, and and son, I want it to be a place that I'd want them to work. So I take any of these things extraordinarily seriously.
Is the State House a safe place for women to work, especially young women?
I sure hope so, and we fight every day to make sure it is.
And once again, lawmakers will gavel in for Organization Day on Tuesday. We expect the Senate will gavel in around 1:30. At the State House, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Let's talk sports. The Pacers look to bounce back after a tough road loss in Toronto. The Pacers faced off against the Raptors, who came into the game with the worst record in the NBA. Benedict Mathurin did his best to keep the Pacers in it, dropping a team-high 28 points, including a late first-half three-pointer. But in the end, the Pacers were unable to pull ahead, falling 130-119 to Toronto. The Pacers will be back in action tomorrow against the Rockets in Houston. Meanwhile, Colts center Ryan Kelly is teaming up with IMPD tonight to help train recruits in the Pre-Academy Readiness Program. Police say it prepares IMPD candidates for the physical and mental challenges they will face at the training academy. Organizers say Kelly, who is the son of a police officer, plans to sit down and meet with the future officers and to talk about the importance of staying physically fit and maintaining wellness for a long-term successful career. When it comes to baseball, Paul Skeens kicked off his season with the Indianapolis Indians, and now he's taking the National League by storm as the top rookie. Skeens was named the league's Rookie of the Year last night. After spending his first month of the season in Indy, he got the call up to the Pirates in May, less than a year after being the number 1 overall draft pick. With the Pirates, he dominated, posting a 1.96 ERA and 23 starts. He even got the start in the All-Star game for the National League, and is now one of the 3 finalists for the league's Cy Young Award, which will be announced tomorrow. And now let's talk weather. Storm Track 8 says today will start as a wet one, but things should clear up before the afternoon. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
Let's take a look at Storm Tracker. We had some rain early this morning. All of that now moving off to the east. We've got sunny skies and temps right now into the 60s. It is incredibly warm out there. And later this afternoon, we're going to be talking about temps in the mid and upper 60s. Here's a live look in Carmel. Beautiful conditions right now, 63 degrees up in Hamilton County. And you can see all of the cloud cover beginning to move eastward here. So clearing skies in the western part of the state, Terre Haute, also Bloomington here in Indianapolis, still dealing with some cloud cover around the eastern sections of the state right now. But eventually, mostly sunny skies as we head into the afternoon today, and that's going to allow those temps to really climb. We're going to go with the highs today in the mid and upper 60s here, running about 15 degrees above normal. It's going to be a touch breezy with those winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour, may gust at times close to about 25 miles per hour. Today, 66 degrees here in Indianapolis, flirting with 70 farther southward. But we are talking about some colder air that will arrive, maybe even some snowflakes. We'll have much more in your full forecast in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. We wrap things up with a story that's sure to get you in the holiday spirit. World champion Irish dancers are performing in the Circle City tonight. A Celtic Christmas by A Taste of Ireland will take place at the Warren Performing Arts Center. Organizers say the show features Irish dancers and musicians. Tickets are still available for the 7:30 show, and they'll cost you around $45. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, November 19th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.